If you feel the need for speed, you may be disappointed by how EA has handled the iconic racing series of the same name over the last several years. Thankfully, the Need for Speed series has been influential to the racing genre. Here are some of the best racing games that play like the Need for Speed games you know and love. Outside of their flashy presentation, several games in the Need for Speed series lean into the drama. Grid Legends sees esteemed developer Codemasters tackle the idea of a racing documentary turned blockbuster with live-action cutscenes telling a story full of rivalries and redemption arcs. The car selection leans more towards motorsport, but driving strikes the right balance between arcade and semi-realistic, with AI that isn't afraid to bump you and block you on the tracks. Aptly titled, Ridge Racer Unbounded takes the traditionally clean-cut racing series and lets players run wild. Finding comparisons to Burnout and Need for Speed Most Wanted, this entry of the Ridge Racer series lets players embrace destructive driving, allowing them to obliterate anything in their path. This entry in the series takes the over-the-top style of Need for Speed and adapts it to Ridge Racer, meaning storefronts, other vehicles, and track routes are all fair game to be torn down as you race and drift through the game's tracks. A love letter to the car customization culture of the mid-2000s, Juiced 2 Hot Import Nights is full of the chrome rims, hydraulics, LED underglow, and overall swagger one would expect out of this era, and it did all of this before the release of Need for Speed Pro Street. The game features arcadey car handling, but customization is the real appeal of this title, with a host of options to make your ride express your own identity. More of an action thriller than anything else, Driver San Francisco follows the story of Tanner, a driver in a coma, which allows this dream state they're in to let players shift between cars mid-race, almost turning every challenge into a puzzle. In addition, the game allows players to fully explore this rendition of San Francisco, so they can discover stunt challenges and revel in the thrill of high-speed pursuits. Trading in underground garages for island festivals, The Crew Motorfest has nearly everything one could look for in a Need for Speed competitor. Open world freedoms, stylized cars, strong progression, and a tone that balances casual cruising and high-speed insanity. Structurally, the game is similar to the cycle of competing, upgrading, and repeating Need for Speed players expect out of their games. The playlist system is unique to the title, letting players pick themed racing events based on car culture, with each carrying their own vibe, aesthetic, and structure. One of the most beloved open-world racers, thanks to how chaotic its physics-defying stunts and shortcuts string players through a cacophony of steel and motor oil-based carnage, Burnout Paradise is one of the most player-centralized racing games you can find. Not having much in the way of story, Burnout Paradise is fully about finding your own fun. Much like Need for Speed Most Wanted 2005, Burnout Paradise rewards aggression, meaning every race turns into a highlight of totaling cars and pulling off absurd stunts. Don't be fooled by what Forza Motorsport is well known for. Forza Horizon 5 injects Microsoft's flagship racing series with loads of fun and spectacle. Forza Horizon 5 lets players explore Mexico during a racing festival where you can race against airplanes, hunt new cars in barns scattered across the map, and floor it in high-speed races. While the game is built on an engine that is proficient in sim racing, the car handling manages to feel just enough like an arcadey racer with room to tweak things, so fans of Need for Speed will be satisfied. Aside from Need for Speed, pretty much no other racing game has been able to capture the tuner culture than Midnight Club Los Angeles. Developed by Rockstar San Diego, the game is soaked in 2000s street racing attitude, but it's more than just a paint job. Car upgrades are visibly impactful, and a fully explorable LA was brought to life based off this dedication to being authentic to the culture. Races are high speed and weave through the streets of the city, meaning obstacles like traffic and other racers' AI that refuse to race fair have to be considered while you're speeding through to the finish. And those are some of the best racing games to check out if you're already a fan of Need for Speed. What games would you recommend to longtime fans of the series? Be sure to let us know. Thank you for watching, and as always, you can stay tuned to Game Rant for more.